quarter lead.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw with May. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive? Because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete.
Let's go now. Dragon 60. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Throwing here is May. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Now he's free at the 35. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Throwing to start the drive. Logan. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Logan, flush to his right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
Operating from the gun. Logan. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes
This is caught at the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there for New England. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll try the left side. McLean. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw. May. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. This has neither the distance nor the accuracy. It's no good, and this will stay a 3-touchdown game. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 18, right here. 7-5, 7-5. Cut 19, 79 Bronco.
Back to throw. Logan. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Bryant. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 27-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on first down. Betts. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Logan. He finds his man. Complete. That's Parks. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 17-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Logan.
Down inside the 10.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Ready up.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Parks. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And it is 28-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Cadet, Mustang 19. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
To throw, it's May.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Here we go, set. 19, Pioneer. Go.
Here's May.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready?
Back to throw again. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Offense was moving a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set. Warrior 70. Dragon 60. 60. Check go.
From the shotgun, May with it.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready, ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the fourth down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
19, Tiger. Buffalo 18. Trap 60, trap 60. 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. Hut, hut.
Now a play fake here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Cougar 19. Come on, set.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Bryant. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On first down, Betts.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Let's go now. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready?
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Alert! Alert! 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 19 Lion. Ready?
They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Come 19, take over.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let it go again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Dragon 60. Tight. 19 tight. Hut, hut.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Trap 60. Trap 60. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Vikings 36-yard line.
2nd and 2. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Mustang 19.
They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
79 Bronco. Rig it. Set go.
Now back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Track at 60. Go street.
They'll try and throw for it with May. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw.
Logan working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just looking the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
70 range. 60 Bobcat. Go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
This 2nd and 4.
Mustang 19. Set. 60 Maverick. 19 Lion. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. This offense so far on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They'll set up a throw. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. To the air, May. Going to throw right side here, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll keep it on the ground. Betts. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Betts. Past the 20.
5. Trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football